Welcome to New Hampshire's Business. I'm Fred Coker. Why is it that manufacturing no longer employs the most people in New Hampshire? There are two other sectors that do. We're going to talk to my guest about that in a minute, but take a look at these graphics first. New Hampshire manufacturing and jobs. 25 years ago, 1 in 4 New Hampshire jobs were in manufacturing. Now, it's 1 in 6 jobs. Retail and healthcare employ more in New Hampshire. Retail at 94,400, healthcare and social assistance 86,450, and manufacturing 66,450. Now, over the next decade, nearly 3.5 million manufacturing jobs will be needed, but 2 million are expected to go unfilled due to the skills gap. With me is the president of a manufacturing company here in New Hampshire, Val Zenchuk, who is president of Graphicast in Jaffrey. And right?
That's correct.
Okay, and also chair of the Business Industry Association of New Hampshire. Welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here.
Thanks.
Why should anybody that's listening to us right now be concerned about manufacturing? Why is that important?
Well, manufacturing, even though it has fewer people involved with it, still drives the economy in the state. If you look at some of the other sectors you mentioned, a manufacturing job on average pays about 2.5 times what a retail job does. And for every 100 manufacturing jobs created, there are 138 other jobs created in the state. If you go look at retail, for every 100 jobs there, you end up with 32 other jobs created. So there's a tremendous leveraging impact of manufacturing on the economy.
And manufacturing has changed, hasn't it?
It has
changed. It's not that dirty, slow process anymore. It's really clean and advanced.
Absolutely. So if you go into any manufacturing plant now, you're going to see computers, you're going to see robots, you're going to see all types of technology being utilized. And we see that in the requirements of the people that work for us. More and more need to be trained in higher skills.
But we've still lost jobs in manufacturing in this economy since the recession in 2008 especially. What are we doing to bring those back?
Well, some of those jobs are going to be gone. They're many times low wage, low skill jobs, and they just don't fit within the economy in the United States. So a lot of going overseas, they're going to stay there. But if you look at manufacturing and the statistics you showed, there are plenty of manufacturing jobs available in the United States now and over the next 10 years, and we're going to be struggling to find enough people to fill those jobs. So there's plenty of work.
And for you, education is the key. Is that right?
It's one of the keys, absolutely.
Well, let me go to a graphic that points this out, and you can see it here. The manufacturing workforce has become more educated, and just take a look on the far right side at those last two sets of bars. The green are the year 2000, and the yellow bars are the year 2012. And look how the yellow has now surpassed the green. It wasn't that way earlier in this decade. But now we have a more educated workforce.
Absolutely, and the requirements are going to continue pushing things in that direction. If you look at what companies are doing now, they're digitizing their entire operations. They're increasing the flow of information through their businesses. They're putting sensors on the floor, measuring how their equipment is running, and using that to predict when a machine may break down. So there's a tremendous push for technology and information technology.
Are high schools and colleges doing what they need to do to give us the manufacturing workforce we need?
Not completely. There's certainly a shift in that direction, but the number of students that we have in New Hampshire are not sufficient to fill all the jobs that we have. So we not only have to look at education, we have to look at retraining people and taking the underemployed and getting them trained in manufacturing skills to provide the companies with their workforce.
If you were governor for a day, and you can dream about that, what public policy would you push to meet that goal of manufacturing jobs?
Well, I think we need to get everyone to think about manufacturing and its importance in the economy, and I think so many people just take it for granted or think it's gone.
Yeah.
And I would put a big PR effort into emphasizing the importance of manufacturing and how it affects the economy.
And something you said is kind of interesting. I don't want to put the graphic up, but real quick, you said that the United States, which is behind China right now in terms of total manufacturing production around the world, that we're going to surpass China in 2020.
Right, in terms of competitiveness, that's the key thing. Now, we're very close in terms of dollar value of output, but if you look at the competitiveness, which means our ability to compete with the Chinese, by 2020 we should be at the top of the heap again. And that's a great indication of the amount of investment companies are making in all these advanced technologies and advanced information technology to take us forward.
Val Zenchuk, president of Graphicast in Jaffrey, manufacturing company, and president of the Business and Industry Association of New Hampshire. Thank you.
My pleasure.